Hello, 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 and welcome to Natural Havoc, where we are a group of friends and streamers, that play Dungeons and Dragons here on Twitch. Technically, we are all streamers because technically we're right here streaming this, but individual streamers as well amongst us. But yeah, welcome on in, guys. Hello, welcome, welcome. I'm a little bit under the weather today, so please do bear with me. Accents may sound a little skew-if, although they probably do normally anyway. But yeah, we're gonna hit things straight off. Thank you for being here. We play D&D. We play the 5th edition system. We have a lot of homebrew rules in there. We are all veterans to the game now, including Paddy Max, our lovely guest who's with us today. But yeah, we are gonna hit things off. But before we do, if you would like to know where to find us, Eagle, why don't you tell the good people where they can find us when we're not here live?
Yes, the good places you can find us, like the YouTube or all the previous sessions are posted. You can join the Discord where you can talk to all of us, say, hey, Pat, you're doing a great job. You can go follow us on the Twitter where a tweet just went live. I can go like that and show some love over there. And then the Instagram where we post a lot of fun stuff. That's it.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, without further ado, I guess we should kick things off with this week's recap, which is going to be pretty short considering not a great deal happened, as it was a lot of combat last week. But yeah, our session began with the party questioning Henry, the only Tungsten Wolf member that was still alive after the attack on the tavern the night before. The party wished to release him, and in return, he promised to help out. They gave him, was it 150 gold in the end? It was like 130 maybe, but they gave him a lot of gold. They knocked him out. And then he basically, with the group's help, devised a plan to take Shion to the hideout as a bait and switch, as to deceive them into thinking that Shion was coming there unwillingly. Some of the party disguised themselves, while others used magic to cast an illusion around them, while two others decided to get a little snug within a necklace and just be carried around for like an hour. But yeah, as the party pressed on, they managed to get towards the hideout. But unfortunately, it all backfired when the disguised Andros and Maeve were a little hesitant to hurt Shion and blew their cover as they entered the fortress, or hideout, should I say. Intruders were shouted amongst the men as a huge brawl of banditry and wizardry broke out within the various rooms and sections of this hideout. However, during this huge fight that did break out, the man that his name has been thrown around a lot. It's almost like the Voldemort of Chartusa. We had you know, who knows? I knows, you knows, come out from behind a doorway, throwing daggers, doing huge damage, being turned invisible by one of his mages. And yeah, it just, Carvox went from full health to like 3 in one turn, and the party had a huge battle as Ezekiel, the Yuan-Tai serpent-headed sorcerer, stepped out through the door as well, hurling spells, and there was just an almighty battle between Skitter, Ezekiel, and the Tungsten Wolves themselves. However, during the fray, a wall of fire was thrown up in front of them to burn and to try to perish those attacking them. But during which, unbeknownst to Maeve, the fire blocked the vision of the enemies before them. And just a few seconds later, when the fire had vanished, only Skitter, the right-hand mage of survived. But only for a short time before she was murdered. The party now stood in the halls of the Tungsten Wolves, began to search bodies and check rooms and make sure, where have and Ezekiel gone? Until eventually they realized, with Arcturus's keen sense of magic, that the spell Dimension Door was used, and clearly the pair of them were teleported away. As all of this came to fruition and people began to search nearby rooms, they all came back together as they heard the bells ringing throughout the city. Shion, knowing this to be a terrible sign of fate, that the royal palace itself was under attack. And I think this is exactly where we're going to pick things up from. You guys are all stood in this this main room littered with bodies around you, scorch marks on the floor from the various spells that were cast. And yeah, as you stand in this room, Shion, you stop everyone in their tracks to notify them of these bells. So guys, take it away.
These bells, they only ring. I don't think I've ever heard them before. There must be an attack on the royal palace. We need to leave.
Well, if you say so, like, you know the traditions best. Guys, are we ready to go or what?
Well, sure. If Shion says we need to leave, yeah.
I don't know what's going on here. I mean, if there's an attack on the royal palace, it could be anything. What if it's those dragons again? Or, like, you know.
Where do we go?
I'd say let's go as far up as we can. To the second ring.
So you want to go to the gate?
Yes, I mean, if there really is an attack, I reckon there will not be many guards left.
Okay, let's go.
I'd like to think that before we leave, Karok is just trying to grab instruments, like anything on the
Yeah.
ground. I imagine he can carry most of them because they're designed for an elf and he's a minotaur, so he's quite bulky.
Yes, very easily. You also are much stronger in stature, so your ability to carry these instruments is not an issue. You grab all of them. Some of them do have straps already, which can just throw over a shoulder, and some have like little clips on that you could just like clip to a belt pouch or something. So yeah, you're able to like basically fasten all of these magical items on you, and yeah, just kind of stand there. Every time you move, you hear like a little twang or like a doof, like as the instruments are like making a bit of noise as you move.
A one-man cow band.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is there a window where we can see outside?
As you look around in the room that you are in, the main chamber, there are no windows to the outside.
All right. When we're heading out, just as soon as I see a window, I would like to summon Olaf outside the window
Okay.
and make him go check on the nearest gates. The
Yeah.
one north from here, I think, where we're on the map.
Do you guys, which way do you leave? Do you go out the way you came in, or do you go a different way? Do you try to find another exit?
Are we willing to? Like,
Erhard is checking the walls if his detect magic can ping anything.
As you start to walk around, yeah, there's no immediate sense of magic towards any of the walls themselves.
Very disappointed look on his face.
I guess it's faster to go through the way we came.
Okay. Yeah, as you start heading back the way that you came, pushing through the sleeping quarters of some of the bandits that you slew as they literally just woke up, pushing past them into the same room, the storage room where this whole fight started, push past back into like the main house, and as you come towards the front door, you see a figure like stood by the door peering out. But his back's to you, and he stood peering out of the door. A hooded figure, cloaked.
Andros, do you want to try approach him? You're the stealthy one.
If you want, sure. Does a guy seem to notice we're here? Like, does he?
His back's to you, and he's half out of the door, like peering out, like looking around.
I I guess I'll sneak up towards him.
Roll me a stealth check.
Oh, my sheet wasn't up. Oops.
Oh, did you make it?
I did.
Oh, tell me. I was like waiting for the noise. It didn't come up for me. Okay, it's cool. 13. Yeah, you start like creeping up. And as you get closer, you start to notice that they notice you. What do you do?
I mean, I don't have my disguise self on, nothing. He's noticing me. I'm just gonna wave at him, I guess. I don't know. There's nothing for me to do here. It's gonna.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay. As he turns around, you see it's Henry. As Henry looks back at you, and he's like, "Is it over already? I haven't even left yet."
Yeah. It's been an interesting one. Hey, did you hear what's going on with the bells at the Capitol? You know anything about that?
I don't know. That's why I was kind of keeping an eye out. I was just about to leave, and then the bells started going off.
Oh, okay. And I'm just gonna motion the others, I guess, to come up.
Yeah, they're usually only for like a serious event or something. It's usually like something bad, right? The palace.
Yes, we're on our way there now.
Oh God, they're not gonna let anyone leave the city at this rate.
Henry, are you absolutely sure there is no secret entrance to the second or the third ring? First ring depends on where you stand.
No. We're just allowed through.
It's fine. We'll get there. But
You are allowed through with the badges.
Well, as long as we speak to the right guard, yeah. Why,
Who's
you
the
need
right-
to get in?
Who's the right guy? Yeah, we want to get in.
Okay, come with me. And he like
good guy.
pushes out the door, complete hood over his face, and just starts walking.
again, if you want to leave, you can leave at any moment after you help us get in.
Yeah, that's what you said the last time. He just starts like storming off into the city. Yeah, and you guys follow? Yeah, and as you guys are following, are you trying to detract attention from yourselves? Are you trying to like, is it hoods up like stealth, or are you guys just beelining it towards?
I am.
I would say
see
it's
what's
like
going
stealth.
on. Most of them.
I think I still have my cloak on with the tungsten clip, so
Yeah.
I'll wear that.
Yeah, not a problem. Yeah. So
I
yeah, as
stand
you
out
guys,
like a sore thumb though. That's the thing. So,
that's fine. That's
but
all
I'd
good.
like to think I'm trying to sneak around as well.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm just gonna have Olaf fly ahead.
Yeah.
Straight beeline towards the gate that we're heading to.
Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, so Olaf starts heading away, and Henry starts walking with you, Shion, and he's just like, "What do you think it'll be? I haven't heard the bells ring in years."
Maybe it's something with the king. I've heard he was ill. Maybe I mean, would the bells? I mean, this man has been king for as long as I can remember. Would the bells ring if he just kicked the bucket?
Oh, I don't know. I'm the same as you. I've never seen another king.
Well,
Shit.
do we see anything out of the ordinary?
Yeah, as you're walking through the city streets, there's tension everywhere. Everyone is unease, not knowing what's going on. You're also in the third ring, so you're the furthest away from that point. There are guards running through the streets. There are, yeah, it's definitely a lot of chaotic, uneasy, like tension within the city right now.
Well, maybe it's worth mentioning that Mamutlas Ezekiel has escaped our grasp. He was in the base and he managed to leave. Since he is the king's main arcane advisor, it actually might have something to do with us.
Right. Are they gonna believe us?
I don't know.
Henry, You worked
Yeah.
with the you worked with the Tusken. Was there a plot against the capital for any reason? Did they have a plot against the king here? Do they have a plot against wanting to
Look.
take control of anything?
Look, I'll be real. I'm just a hired sword. I'm nothing more.
Did you not overhear any theories? Any rumors?
Tried to steer clear of it. Look, we just got paid to do a job. We got paid well. We protected those who needed protected.
The only thing I can come up with is that the king in the royal palace is not a target. What about this? The Tungsten Wolves, we attack them, we nearly defeat them, they escape, they sound the alarm, and the guards of the city will target us. They will hunt for us. So, what if we are the supposed danger that is attacking the city?
It's almost like we've mentioned this before, that we've done some wrong things. Maybe the city doesn't look at us in a good light. Do I notice like anyone's watching? Like, do I notice there's like guards or people like clocking us?
No one is specifically concentrated on any one person at this point. Any of the guards that you see are running towards the direction that you're going to. There's a clear intent to get somewhere and fast.
Is there? I'm asking the guy now, Henry. Is there a way to maybe get there without following all of these people in case of the fact that this is for us, and now we're just running with them to get potentially surrounded by a whole bunch of guards in one's place?
Yeah, but if this is for you, why would they be going there?
Because
Would they be going to where the place you just were at?
maybe they don't know.
To lure us in, because if we are there, they have the entire military force against us.
Well, okay, but why are you lot going there?
Well, if something's up, I mean, I have an acquaintance in the royal palace, and obviously I also want to know. I mean, my family's from the second ring. I want to know if they're all right.
Well, I think as long as you don't go to, the central ring, maybe you'll be all right. We could probably sneak through, especially during all this chaos. Probably sneak into the second ring at very least.
I don't know about you little dudes, but Yuno's gotta go, you know? You know what I mean? Yeah.
I agree.
This has to be something with the capital. Like, why would they leave from there to go straight to the capital? Unless
Well, maybe their orders are to just get to the center as soon as the bell rings. They don't know why they're going there.
I mean, why would they go straight to the capital?
Can you not send Olaf ahead into the central?
Olaf is flying ahead already. Yeah, he's
No, I mean into the central palace, is he?
No, he's going to the gate for now.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
just
mean.
want
Would
to
he...
see how the gate looks like. Not that they're guarding the gate with like a bunch of, guards. Like Andrew said, what if they expecting us?
If it's just one or two guards, we can take him.
Yeah.
I'll say a couple of minutes pass as you're running through, and this is the point that Olaf reaches that gate and perches on one of the buildings nearby. And do you perceive through his eyes once he's there?
Whoever's closest to me, I will just kind of put my hand on their shoulder and be like, guide me. And whoever that is. And then I perceive through him.
Yeah, and your eyes roll into the back of your head for a second as you perceive through the eyes of Olaf, who's sat atop a rooftop, and you see around about 25 guards at this gate, and they're all talking to one another, and then the gate opens more, and nearly all but 3 of them run through the gate.
Okay. I will tell them to follow those 3, and then let me know if they go into the building.
They stay at the gate.
Oh, they stay at the gate.
They're the ones staying at the gate. The others go through it.
Oh, the other way around.
Yeah. So they were
Follow
in the third ring.
bunch.
They go into the second. Yeah. So you go over the wall and follow.
Yeah, try follow the biggest group.
Yeah, sure.
Wherever they
Not a
might
problem.
And I will snap out and tell the
yeah.
people that there's only 3 guards remaining, and the major force of the guards is going somewhere else, heading towards the palace, I assume.
let's go then. I mean, a few guards, we can take them if need be. But if there's really something going on with the king, or some attack on the royal palace, I assume they'll want any help.
What if they, I don't know, seeing that you've returned and danger is essentially on them? What if they've taken a shortcut on their whole plan?
Plan. We have someone who's really good at persuading people to give us answers. Why doesn't she go up to the guard? Because they know something now, because they're letting people run in and they're opening the gates. They're being quick about it. So if Shion can go up there and persuade one of them, maybe give us a little bit more information, maybe we'll actually know a little bit more what's going on and make a decision from there. Do we enter or not?
Of course.
Yeah, and if one of the ones I know is there, maybe I'll call him over.
Good deal.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, follow me. 5 or 6 minutes pass, and eventually you arrive at the outskirts of the gate. And as you do, Olaf is giving you briefings that they appear to be heading towards the inner circle. That's where the guards are running to. And there's about 22 guards running through the streets of the second ring, and they're all heading towards the third, like the most inner gate.
All right.
But yeah, you guys get to this gate, and you see there's crowds of people. All like, well, what's going on? Why are the bells ringing? Why are the bells ringing? And there's just like multiple voices like cacophonating from this crowd, and there's just 3 guards, and one of them's just like, look, there is currently a situation within the inner ring. We are dealing with it. Please all return to your homes. This is not a gathering point. You are all safe. And yeah, you guys come up, and like Henry like takes you around the edge so that you're against the gate wall, and you can see like you might have to push past a few people if you want to get to the gate, but yeah, there's 3 guards, 2 of which are stood further ahead talking to people, and then there's 1 guy like right in front of the gate.
Well, you said go to our home. My home is where you are. Let us through.
As long as you've got all the relevant paperwork, miss, and your ring for the second ring for the second ring, then you will be allowed entry. But please form an orderly queue.
I'll just flash it, like flash the ring, and
You know what? Roll me a persuasion check.
should be okay.
While that roll is happening, I will ask Henry if he's ever had this happen before, and what did it mean the last time this happened, if it did.
What's that? The bells ringing?
Yeah, like if this happened before, what was the actual like scenario, and why would they, like, what was the reason last time?
Well, sometimes they ring the inner bells or the outer bells, but not all of them. If all of them are ringing, I don't know. It must be real bad.
Okay, thanks for your information.
The outer bells might ring if there's, an explosion, if there's an outbreak of creatures, or if a murder is on the loose. The most inner ring could ring for wedding bell ceremonies, marriages. Look, I'm no one important, all right?
Mm-hmm. Would Shion know that information? She grew up here. Would she not know all the...
Shion would know... Yeah, Shion would know that the bells ring for weddings within the palace, within the second ring.
Them.
All of them ringing is a very rare occurrence.
I probably never heard it before.
Yeah, Shion definitely hasn't heard it before. Yeah, so you flash the ring, and as you do, he goes, go on in then. As he's like trying to push some people back, as clearly you've caught him at a glance where he's seen the ring, but maybe not seen the house sigil that comes with it.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go, people.
And all of you start pushing in.
We all follow our master.
I would like everyone besides Shion to make me a deception or performance check at advantage because of a 32 for a roll, which is insane.
Andres? Oh my lord.
you guys see. Oh, I'll roll for Henry. Wait there. Good job he got that advantage, because his original roll was a 4. Yeah, so everyone pushes through, and then one of the guards goes, and puts a hand out and stops Andros from going. And the rest of you push through, and you get to the gate and look back and see Andros stopped.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Only those residents of the second ring may enter.
Okay.
What do we do?
I'm her slave, and I'll point towards Shion.
He looks
He's
at
with
Shion.
me. Yeah, kind of like, why aren't you letting him through? He's with me. Obviously, I need have you seen my stature? I need someone like him to carry my heavy bags.
Andros, another deception. Flat roll. Oh, nice. Apologies, miss. And he drops a hand and lets you pass.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you go through. And as you guys step through, this part of the city is so much better. It's the housing, the structures, the decorum. It's fantastic. You guys start to push through. And where are you headed?
Well, I told them that, the heavy guard essentially went into the centering. And Shion, what should we do? Should we go to your dad?
Well, since he lives very close to the gates to the first ring, I suggest that's a good course of action. Maybe he can maybe he has some more information. If he doesn't, we can still try to push through.
I'd like to think that as we come through the gates, like Carbox knows that this is probably the last place Ren was seen alive. And he has like this whole, he knows where the house is. He's had Bronco come in. And he's sort of like grasping the flute in his pocket, as like tightly and sort of feeling the emblem on the flute, emboldened on the flute there, the Whisper Wing emblem. So dudes, I'd love to go meet your dad. He sounded like a sick dude when I saw him the first time, but like I gotta go to Ren's palace at some stage. I don't know if we do it on the way in or the way out, but like I gotta go. Just letting you know. Cool.
Do you want me to let Olaf ride with you just in case you need something?
I'll go with him.
Shion, you would also know the Whisperwing estate isn't massively far from your father's. It would mean that you would have to slightly detour, but you could. Yeah, it's not. It's maybe like 10 minutes at most away from your father's on foot.
So I tell him that, and then I'm like, I mean, I'm pretty sure we can pop in. I mean, if the royal palace isn't on fire or whatever for whatever reason, I don't see any reason why we couldn't visit.
I just have to know if the dude is still there. That's it for me. Like his instruments, I don't know if he's hung them up years ago and sold them to the dudes, but I need to know what happened.
Was he very attached to these instruments?
Dude, like when I say there were tales about how he played the musical instruments, you'd think it was like his hands, like they were like glued to him. So
you don't think he would sell them, do you?
Don't, dude. I don't want to talk about it right now, okay? Like I just want to go and see if he's there.
So
let's go check.
We have two options. We can all just go to Shion's house and then pop over, or we can go to that place, pop over, or we just go into two groups real quick. Get both finished, meet up, we go.
I don't think this is a situation you want to split up the group.
I agree.
You might run into more tungsten wolves.
Yes.
So I would say we run to the estate, we fix shit there, and then we go to Shion's house.
Sounds good. Andros, can you spy anything from here about the main gate to the inner ring? You know, the situation that might be
If
going
we
on.
got close
You have
enough, I
massive
could.
perception, don't you?
If we got close enough, I could always, spectral projection over there. But I don't know how you want me to perceive something
just
from
mean-
this far from the gate.
No, I mean read the situation. Like you usually know things about being a soldier and all that.
Right. This is a whole different way people run things. I've never heard of people just running into a middle gate to meet up in the capital unless like there is something attack on the capital or something. They have to protect the king. That's the only thing I could really gain from this. So my theory is the king is threatened by something. That's the only thing I'll give you.
Okay.
Let's just go over that.
Yeah, so you make a slight detour and start heading towards the Whisperwing estate, and as you do, yeah, the situation is a little calmer within the second ring, as there aren't as many people as the third, but you do see a lot of people stood out front. A couple of guards like run past, and like a nobleman will just be like, "Excuse me, would you mind telling me why these bells keep going? My masseuse has had to stop the essential oils and the massage that I was undertaking because the tranquility of the room at the time." And the guard's just like, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry, sir, but there has been a epidemic that we currently have to deal with at the moment. So please do return to your homes. It will be over soon."
Can I actually like bump into him as we're running? Just like
The guard?
full on. No, the guy complaining about his massage.
Yeah, like you reply, she's like, "Oh, by the gods, what barbarians are in here."
Apologies for my slave, darling.
Oh, yes, keep a better leash on them. Give him a few lashings from me.
Will do. Thank you.
Yes. Goddamn slaves. Like he just walks back in, and he like clicks his fingers, and 3 slaves just like start following him back inside. And yeah, you walk past, and eventually you get to the estate, which, Shion, you look at it. The Whisperwing estate is a completely gated compound. You know it to be quite a large building at the back with a courtyard and a fountain. Quite a nice gate, and there's always been like quite nice like magically grown shrubbery around the edges of the wall. When you get here, you see the shrubbery is very unkempt and almost to the floor of this wall, where it's just overgrown over time. And as you get here, you see that it looks in a little bit of disrepair, which is very unusual for the second ring and like the wealth of this sort of area as well. But yeah, you just see this gated compound, and the gate you see is slightly ajar. It's like a wooden gate with like wrought iron metal surroundings, but where the woods are, it's more like decor as opposed to like an actual wooden gate, because it is just a metal gate with like wooden like pieces on to resemble like a feather across the gate.
Can I just want to snap my fingers twice, like summon, unsummon Olaf, and just have him fly into the compound, just see if anyone is out in the open.
Yeah, and Olaf like flies on over the gate itself, and as Olaf like looks in, it just looks untouched.
This looks abandoned. Okay.
I knew it was too good to be true, dudes. It's the way it is. Okay.
But
Let's go see
one
her
of the
dad.
tungsten, one of the tungsten wolves supposed to be here.
I don't know.
We'll get your answer for you.
I'd like to think that in like the sorrow, I start to like slightly play the flute just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like because I knew that was his. I would have known that was when I first met him in my past.
Yes.
It would have been. I saw him on a rock, and that's where I heard the melodies
yeah.
for the first time. So, trying to sort of recreate that moment, but not as, I guess, good as he was on it.
Well, why don't you roll me a performance check and let's just see how well, the flute's not really a Carvox sort of musical instrument, but let's give it a go.
Okay.
Would I be would I be able to recognize the tune if he plays it well enough? Since I was kind of, in taverns playing music as well, and being around. Like, he said he was also famous all over, right?
Yes, yeah, he traveled a lot. Yeah, he starts to play a little tune. Why don't you roll me a history check, Ahad?
No.
It doesn't recall. It has a similar melody to some songs you may have, like, some tunes, should I say, that you may have heard in your past, but you've never, like, directly heard this from a source. It'd always be, like, a minstrel or a bard within a tavern that's just playing, and it's a sort of similar melody to one that you probably have heard before, but not one that you've picked up yourself. And I think it's quite a gentle but harmonic sort of like tune that plays at this point. The melody is soft yet like enticing, and it's just a good piece of music. And Carvox, although you may not think you play it particularly well, those hearing it around you, it's quite soothing. It's quite a gentle piece of music that he plays, which is very different to obviously the music you've heard him play until now.
Would you say that it's an item that he'd like attach to, sort of become part of his repertoire?
You're not Carvox?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, if you want that to be, by all means, I'll allow with the 19 roll as well. Yeah, I'd say that this becomes, yeah, for sure. This becomes something that you gain a little bit more familiarity with and are able to use its, to use it.
Cool.
Awesome.
And I think just on that, as I sort of do become sort of attached and attuned to this item, I probably have that sort of slight mist come out the end. Just a magical mist that it's like, this is the new owner, kind of.
Yeah, and I like to think, you do see these wisps of mist like come from you, and then as you play a certain key, like, certain note, you like the wind just changes in the direction just ever so slightly, and then carries on like as it normally was, almost like it has some sort of like effect on the wind around you at that moment.
Cool. So, dudes, where are we going? Sorry that I got carried away, but like, let's go to your dad's place. He sounds like a sick dude.
You don't want to go in?
Dude, like, you said it yourself. It's abandoned, and I don't know if I could face seeing him.
It just looks like no one has really been, but it doesn't mean there is no one.
Dudes, I knew him in his heyday. They say don't meet your heroes. I've come this close. I already know what's happened. I don't need to see the body.
We might be able to get some answers.
Do you know who would have the answers, though?
I could ask my father, and otherwise we'll just hold at knife point.
Is the opening to this place like open? Like, is it opened up?
Slightly ajar, yeah. There's a slight gap at the fence.
I'm gonna lean up against the wall and just spectral projection in there real quick. We don't have to go over like exactly everything I see, but I'm looking for a body. I'm looking for something that makes obvious.
You spectral projection into the courtyard, and as you do, you see, this barren wasteland courtyard, which has clearly seen some disrepair for some time. And as you start to head through with Dakatha, where are you heading? There's a door directly ahead of you, like 2 double doors. There is a side door to the left, and then there is a small stable-looking door to the right.
I'm gonna go straight for the double doors.
As you go straight through the double doors, Dakatha's form phases through the door, and as it does, you see in here furniture destroyed, smashed up. You see chaiselongs that are like got blade marks through them. Okay. You see dust marks on the walls of where paintings used to be. You see chandeliers that have been taken down and only the stem of it still remains. You can see this place has been picked clean of its goods. But what you do notice is when you look towards the stairs, a trickle of blood going up.
Can I go after it? Go after the blood?
I would say at this point, you've used about half your time. You've got about 20
I'm rushing,
seconds left.
rushing up there. Trying to see where I can get.
Jacatha starts heading towards the stairs as 15 seconds remaining. 12 seconds remaining. You get to the stairs. As you start going up them, you get to the first landing point. 10 seconds remaining. You go up another set of stairs. Only 5 seconds remaining. And in the last few seconds of your vision, you see, laid out on the floor, with a blade through its back, an elven gentleman.
Okay.
And then your vision cuts off the second you see it.
Okay. I won't say anything yet. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna keep it.
I'd like to think Carvox is just watching and like waving his hand in front of Andros because he had no idea what's going on here.
Yeah, Andros
okay,
is like very vacant at this point. Yeah, you're gonna say.
Dude,
what's
we're
up?
Going, dude.
What's up? Yeah. We can. Yeah, I was talking to my patron, my god. Yeah, we're good.
Oh yeah, they're cool, aren't they? Those dudes. I like dogs too.
Mhm.
All right, where are we going?
And yeah, you want to detour back towards the Loraniel estate?
Yeah.
Well, you start heading there, and as you do, you see more guardsmen and more people just like asking questions, and eventually, you arrive at this quite large sandstone building. You see, it's Shion for you. It doesn't look as in good as condition as you last left it. There's definitely some wear here. You see the courtyard before it looks a little barren, doesn't look as inviting as it once was. And as you start stepping through the courtyard, you see 3 figures stood at the doorway. The first one you see is your father, who stood in the doorway talking to these other 2, and looks like he's saying his farewells to them as they seem to be leaving the premises. The other one you recognize as a black-cloaked tabaxi with a white plume. And finally, you see a cloaked gentleman wearing an emerald green cloak with a golden stitching around the trim, and you just see a tanned complexion of this gentleman. And they seem to be conversing with your father as you approach.
I just shout out, "Father!"
Shion! And he like pushes past like one of them, not the other, like the white plumed feather. He like carefully maneuvers, but the other one he kind of like pushes to one side. And as he runs on over, he puts both hands on your shoulders, and he's just like, "I'm so glad that you are okay. What happened? What is going on?"
I could ask you the same thing. Why are the bells ringing?
Well, and he like looks back towards the 2 figures. Come in. We'll discuss this inside. And yeah, he starts ushering you guys in.
I guess we follow.
Yeah.
As you guys follow, you see a very nice decored like hallway that leads into like a large like dining sort of like lounge chamber with like various cushions, silks, and like chaise-longues and other such things. And as you all start to take a pew within, you see the 2 individuals sit down, both taking their hoods off, and you see a tabaxi female, very regal looking, sat upright, proper posture. And then you also see a kind of like messy haired individual, not messy as in like unkempt, but like a little bit wilder. And you see a human man, dark skin, and as he sat there, he like smiles towards you, and you see he's got like a regal attire to him, And he kind of just sits there and smiles. And Shion, I believe you would know this gentleman, or at least know of him, but it's Quiria. No, I knew I was going to butcher this. Quiria. Yeah, you do notice it to be Quiria, which you know to be one of the council members of the Feast of 100 Veils. He would be part of that. And you know him to be quite an accomplished mage as well. And a perfect suitor for many young women within Chartusa. So
My heart
I imagine,
skips a million
yeah.
beats.
Yeah, and as you see him there, he kind of like smiles at you, but like there's also like a caution to his look, like as he looks upon you, and then all of you like pile in and start to stand around and listen. Well, you see, Takada has some news of why the bells are ringing. This very rarely happens unless something very serious is happening within the palace, usually. Takada, would you like to take over? Well, it appears that there has been an order of an attack upon the palace. From one of my inside mages, Zizikale and a slave of his returned injured from a fray. They have issued all guards to protect the outskirts of the palace and the walls of the third ring.
Hiding behind the walls, the cowards.
Yes, I may be able. Well, we might be responsible for that. I mean, I never expected Mamutla Zazikil to be involved, though. Well, you told me, but we saw him in person.
In the hideout, hanging out.
We found the hideout of the Tungsten Wolves and decided we'd pay them a visit. Unfortunately, he, as well as that scumbag Yuno, got away.
So they escaped into the palace, and Yuno is under the guise of a slave now.
Apparently so.
Well, this doesn't bode well if Yuno's within the palace walls. Zazikale has always been there, but always hid his true intentions, I guess. Oh, this is slightly alarming. You see, somebody has accessed the royal teleportation circle.
Where is that?
It's deep within the palace, near the throne room. It's usually under very heavy guard. I have my suspicions that either Zazikale has taken those vulnerable to a safe location, which might not be particularly safe, or maybe Zazikale needed it for a means of escape.
So now what should we do?
Well, this is one of the reasons why I brought Quiria here. Yes, and I have decided to lend my expertise at such a trying time for a princess, of course. Pleasure, Quiria, one of the council members. Quite an extraordinary mage as well, if I do say so myself.
I guess I turn like red, like beet red, because I mean I know this guy.
He's a very
like,
handsome man. Very handsome.
Yeah,
man.
like okay, but maybe I can just do nothing more, but like yeah.
Yeah, and as you do that, he smiles and like flutters his eyelashes a little bit and like kind of like looks towards you, Shion, and then he like addresses everyone once again. I have been studying teleportation magics for quite some time, and I am sometimes able to ascertain of locations or reopen such things to follow suit. Now, I cannot be seen within the palace, otherwise whatever is going on here could be pinned on me. But if I'm somehow able to get in unseen, maybe I could track such a thing.
I'm pretty sure we have some people who can help with that.
Unseen, dude? Oh, that's pretty cool. By the way, the name's Carvox Blighthorn. You probably heard of me. I'm a big deal. Just wanted to say, like, lovely to meet you. I don't know who the cat is, but if you whisker off her
Carvox,
feet.
that's the princess.
Oh.
Apologies, Your Majesty.
You literally see Courier's face just drops at you saying that. He's just like, like, and then she like looks at you and just smiles.
I'm so sorry, Your Majesty. But I have a crazy idea, right? Like, I've got this thing in my pocket. I'd like to show you. It's really cool.
I'm not entirely sure that this is a particularly a Shion. Like Courier like looks at you like, and then looks back at him.
So this is my flute. You may have seen it before.
Father, before he continues on, do you and very shortly, do you know what happened to the Whisperwing estate?
The
I know
Estate.
this it sounds really random. I know.
I will. Carvox, later we'll talk about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Guys, look, I'm just putting everything on the table real quick. I'd like to think I like literally put the drums and like the lute and everything on the table. Just putting everything on the table. This right here, this little pocket-sized like flute is magical, dudes. Trust me, it's a whole different wave. It is like it'll sweep the wind beneath your feet. I've seen a dude play this. You may know him. He's not like me. He's not quite like me, but he's another little dude. Anyways, you've probably seen someone else play this. I think I have a plan to get us inside the palace, but you guys have to follow me and trust me and let me whisker you guys off your feet. Sorry, Your Majesty, I had to do it. But yeah, we'll what do you think? I can get us in there if you guys want to go. Just say the word. Rock on, dudes.
Sure. Maybe. When you say unseen, you have any ideas? Secret passages? I don't know.
Who's this addressed to?
The
Courier.
Courier.
Well, like I've said, any way of sorry, Shion, is he one of yours?
I've known him for not very long, but he can hold himself in a fight very well, so he tags along for now.
Well, that is great. Well, yes, the palace. Takara knows of a few ways of entry, but really, most of those will be blocked off, if not all. I think, I hate to say it, but, was it Carvox? Corvox?
Oh, yeah, you're so modest. Obviously, it's Blighthorn, but you can call me, like, Blighthorn or Carvox is good, too. Yeah, like, my friends call... You're my friend, you can call me Carvox, dude. It's all good. It's all good.
Pleasure.
Maybe... I turn even more red than I already was.
You said you have a way?
I'm really, like, new at this, but I think I got it down. Guys, is my music good? Am I good at this instrument? Or, like, I think I know what I'm doing, but you guys have to trust me for it. It's gonna be a little bit of interesting experience for everyone, but it'll blow you away, and you'll see what I mean if you let me do it.
Slightly concerning, but sure. If we don't have a better plan.
I'd like to just have Carvox basically counting the people. And how many of us are there? There's this 6 of us. Quiria, Henry.
Henry is also stood in this room with you all. Yes.
Okay, so
Henry's not coming.
I'll look at
As we see
Henry. Are
him
you wanting to
counting the
leave?
people.
Don't you have family to go check on?
Oh yeah. I was just I was a bit
Thank-
enraptured by all of this, to be honest.
Thanks, Henry. And
I can't believe the fucking prince. I mean, Your Majesty's.
Princess, Henry here actually helped us get into the Tuscan Wolves. Like he's actually a phenomenal scout. If you ever need somebody, need to hire somebody, he's your guy.
Oh no! I'm just a humble servant of House Loraniel. Yep.
Don't be so modest, Henry.
Yeah.
Address us- no.
You should have seen him fighting. The dude is insane.
Yeah. Thank you. Can we stop talking about me now?
Sure, yeah, that's fine.
Thanks.
So, dudes, I've counted the numbers. Technically, we could all go, but I need to know who's staying. I don't know if that's the place the princess, your majesty, would like to be. Or, you, dude, this is your home right here. I'd probably just kick my feet up and relax, but,
I do not wish to enter a palace at such a time. Are you sure you have to go?
Well, do you have any other suggestions? I mean, what am I to do here?
Live your life as you did before.
But the guards are still probably looking for me once all this is over. I mean, I could technically never leave the second ring of Chartusa ever again. How will I conduct my business then? I mean, this is something that we need to solve.
And how do you wish to solve it? By stopping Yuno for good?
Well, don't we have a bone to pick with him? So does Carvox over here.
Well, very well.
And imagine if, for some reason, the king dies, and Yuno ends up on the throne. For some reason, he's in the pocket with the first advisor.
Yuno would never become king. He has no rightful say in such politics, but I understand what you mean.
Your Majesty, if I may be rude, who is next in line? Is it still you? Is it still? I mean, is it your brother? Your brother, or the latest family of the royal, the latest addition to the royal family? Is it a boy?
Well, if my father was to abdicate the throne to one of his children, he would get to choose. If he was to pass, it would be taken to the eldest.
Well, at least that's positive news, I suppose. But obviously, I'm not wishing. Obviously, I do not wish for him to die, but I'm going to stop talking now.
Your Majesty, what are we expecting once we enter the castle? How many guards are going to be inside? Are we going to expect to be greeted with them trying to fight us in any sort of capacity?
Well, they will not let you into the halls.
Well, if this plan this guy has goes well, we're going to be inside. So,
if you are within the teleportation chamber, there will be a couple of mages within. But
Are they the ones to put up a fight if we entered? Or are they the ones to tell us, get mad?
We're trespassing into a royal palace. Of course they
Yeah,
will be.
but not everybody in a castle can fight. I mean, it's
the mages are there to preserve the teleportation circle and to stop anyone from coming through the other side and prevent them from entering the castle. So, yes, they would put up a fight.
okay.
That's what concerns me,
What would oh, never mind.
as Ezekiel has supposedly used the circle. He
Alright.
So they let him through.
maybe not let.
So
Oh.
when
Well,
did he
you
use the
said he's-
circle? Do you remember?
What did you say, sorry?
Do you know when he used the circle last?
It was 15, 20 minutes ago. It was fairly recent.
Okay.
Use a circle.
I feel like if we stall more, we're gonna lose a little bit more ground here. Obviously, they're there, they're doing something. We need to get there and stop it, right? They opened a portal.
Ross, not to be someone running from a fight, but look at the party. Are we in the best shape to deal with an entire force of soldiers at this point?
We're not. I mean, if Carvox's plan goes as well, we won't have to really worry about a group of soldiers. Where is this? Okay, can you give us exact location of this room? Is there any way you can give us a room that will lead us away from majority of this meetup in the center, and we can dodge that and get to the teleportation room without really having to worry about guards?
Yeah, and that's a really good question. And also, how many doors are there? Because I'm not entirely sure how this works. So doors, hopefully most of them are open. We'll see how it goes.
I do have to ask once again, what is this spell or thing you're planning on doing?
So, okay, guys. Here's the big secret, right? So, Whisper Wing, that was actually his stage name way back. It's been like a family name. And basically, they passed this flute down for years and years and years and decades and like weeks, dude. And it went all the way down. This flute lets them whisper on the wind as if they're a whisper on the back of a wing of a bird, right? So this is like their saving grace, their family heirloom, right? That's why I saw it and I knew Ren was no more. Essentially, what we can do, provided I play it correctly, which I will. Your boy Blighthorn knows what he's doing. He's good at it. He's good at what he does. All right, he knows what he's doing. We can go through and wind walk our way through the palace, past the guards, as a mist in the wind. No one will see us. They won't see us coming. We can get in there. But you guys have to trust me. I got this, but you gotta trust me, dudes.
That is quite the spell, I must say. Not one that I studied myself.
Yeah.
Well,
You're pretty cool,
Sounds
dude.
trustworthy.
bold move, and I like it. Actually, bless you, Shion.
Unless anyone else has got any other ideas, like I'm just, I
Okay.
literally put it on the table, guys. It's
We-
right there.
We
So
use
where we headed
this.
when we get in?
Yeah, we use this, we get in. We're gonna have to find probably something above where the soldiers are to enter, which means we'll probably have to enter from a higher floor. Unless we can find a
Well,
back
if-
door.
If we are missed, can we not just go through a window?
True. And where is this room once we enter the palace?
Well, Takara just said it was near the throne room, which is more towards the centralized section of the palace.
Shion,
Dead in
do
the center.
you know this? Have you been in there?
Shion, you would know where the throne room is.
Okay.
yeah.
So Shion can lead us there, which means all
I
we
can also do. I've been in the palace many a time.
are you actually you're gonna go in there with us.
Oh,
Well, how else? How else are you going to find out where they have teleported to.
Oh, dude, I want this guy to come with us. He's pretty sick, so I think he's coming along. He's all for it.
I'm capable of tracking down people that use teleportation magics to try to escape from law and other such things. My expertise is literally this, hence why Her Majesty called upon my aid.
All right, well, that's 7. Princess, I'm assuming you're gonna stay here.
I would actually like to come as well.
Oh, yeah.
Not to follow you to the teleportation room, but to re-enter the palace, so that I am within it, where they believe I am to be.
Okay, and that's it. Only Henry, you're not gonna surprise us with a plot twist here, huh? You're gonna stay out of this one.
As you turn around and see Henry was slowly backing away towards the front door.
Good.
And then he stops and he walks back forward and he's like, oh, well, whatever.
Nope, you're leaving. You're good. Go home.
Bye.
Thank
And he
you
just
for your
walks
help.
straight out the door.
Yeah.
And as he gets towards the door, he just grabs a vase and walks out with it.
Okay. Yeah, well, that happened.
It's alright, I'll buy a new one.
Yeah. All right, well, we got a crazy wisp plan. We got 2 people coming with us. I mean, heck, it's the best plan I think we've come up with since we've been a group.
Just so I'm aware, where's the windows?
Oh,
Where's the wall?
Oh no.
And you know the way down the halls, correct?
Well, if you just all follow me or Shion, I'm sure we can guide you. Who knows if the main doors to the palace are even open? We could go straight through.
Good point. Well,
I imagine many guards will be going in and out, no?
Do we need a moment to catch our breath a little before we go in?
if we wait too long, it's gonna get way worse. We don't know what is going on in there. They have a teleportation circle. We don't know what they're doing with the teleportation circle. Are we in terrible shape? Are we?
I mean, look at Maeve, she's all bloody.
Well, Maeve has forms. She can, turn to different animals. I'm sure she will be okay.
Maybe
Um,
ask her. Not to.
If I'm the only one, it'll be fine. If other people need to rest, then we can.
We have potions. I have 2 potions on me. I can hand those out. Who
I
needs a
have
potion?
potions. What about the ones with
yours, are you-
Patreons? Do you got any magic left in you?
Sorry, who said that?
Pardon?
Who was that directed to?
I have 3
The ones
spells
with
left.
Patreons. The warlocks.
A little bit. When all else fails, I'll still have the ring, which can deal quite a lot of damage. But
Does anyone else look injured?
Dudes, my back's still sore, from that dude. But I know we don't have any other way to get in.
I'll give him a regular potion, and I'll take the last one I have. That should be it.
You guys are drinking one, yeah?
I'm drinking one. I'm having Carvox my
2d4
last one.
plus 2 for a regular potion.
I
So
have 3 more regular potions.
slash R, right?
Yeah.
Or, my bad.
/R.
/R.
space 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
Okay, for sake of brevity, who actually looks the most injured? Or who is the most injured?
I believe
I
it's
think
Carvox. Carvox and Maeve were the only 2 that took a big hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
yeah, I'm only down 6.
I think everyone else took smaller
I'm
hits.
fine.
I am
Starbucks is
perfect.
31 points down.
I'm 1 spell
Okay.
slot down though, so yeah.
May starts going through her stuff, and you just hear this clinking of all these veils that she's collected over time and made herself. And she just gives 3 regular potions to Carvox.
Oh,
I've been given stuff in between that I still have. And then she'll down one of her greater healing herself.
That'll be 6d4 plus 2 or plus 6 for Carvox. That's crazy.
Slash
Almost-
R 64 plus 6.
Yep.
Oh, wrong.
Oh,
One sec.
0
one sec,
success.
I did that wrong.
Success!
Wow, 0 success. That's
Wrong
crazy.
one.
Well done,
Equals
guys.
6. Equals
You won,
6.
you won at D&D. Congratulations.
Failed.
First
It's done.
person to win.
Wow.
Natural
Alright,
Havoc has
you
ended.
looking
He
good
has
now.
won.
Yeah. That's it.
Thanks for playing, everybody. It's over.
He's come along and he wins. Yeah, so that's 25 hit points. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Aw, May, I love you so much. Like, these are such tasty potions. Thank you, May.
You're welcome, Car.
Anders, how are you doing on your potions? Like, I have like.
I'm out of
400.
potions. I've used them
Do you want
all.
some?
If you want to give me one, sure, but it's
I'll
up
give
to
One
you.
of my greater healing potions.
You what?
The greater healing potion I give you.
Okay, I'll take that.
Does anyone require a regular potion?
I mean, if you're offering it, I'll just take it.
I'll give you 2.
I'll take one. I'll take one.
One?
Yeah,
Who wants the other one? Anyone?
and I'll take that
I
one.
mean, I need a little bit more, but I have greater healing left, so I was gonna just keep that for later. I
I'll
feel like it'll go to waste.
I also walk up to Maeve, and I'll grab another potion, and I'll hand it to her, and I say, Maeve, this might come in handy when we need a little bit more height or strength. If you need to be bigger, if you catch my drift. It's a potion.
Am I
of
not
both.
big enough for
You
you when
are.
I'm in a tiger form or
you are.
phoenix?
Wait, you have
But
a
imagine
potion of
being a
big?
bigger phoenix.
Even
I'm
bigger?
not sure that's gonna work.
Okay. Stuffs it. Do you want to trade it for a climbing potion? I've had these for months at this point.
A climbing potion.
This would have came so useful like I could have sworn like 2 days
mentioned
ago
these.
we mentioned that we needed climbing.
Don't let
And I
Shion
said that
see
I had
this.
them. I did tell you
Okay.
guys.
Well,
Okay.
we're looking good now.
And
We are where
before
we
I have more stuff to share. Shion, I have here for some reason 3 vials of blood. Do with something with it what you like. Maybe sort of.
You take me for a blood mage.
No, but maybe you can like turn it into potions or something. And I found this book. Might be interesting.
Yeah, I think you gave that to me earlier, but sure. I take the book.
All right.
before I
Well,
already had it, but sure.
Shall we go?
I think we're ready.
Yeah.
I do have to ask before we entangle ourselves further. Where's the blood from?
From the mage. What was her name again? The one we killed in the room.
You know the mage, the one I fried. Yeah.
Yeah, the one with
Skitter.
Skitter.
Right.
She had it
why
on her
not?
body, and I'm very glad she didn't use him.
Well, slightly alarming. Very well. Well, I am at your beck and call, ready to go when you are.
Well, no better time than today.
Now.
All right, let's go, dudes. After you, Your Majesty.
She stands and you see the smile drops and she kind of looks at you and then just walks out the room.
Oof. As everyone starts walking out, I'm gonna pull Carvox to the back with me, and as we're walking, I'm assuming we're walking at this point, I will tell Carvox everything I saw, and I'll explain that I have this ability. Carvox, I can go into like a spirit thing and go into places and look. I did it because I wanted to ensure what you believe was true, and is he an elvish man? Is that what he?
That's what he was, dude.
I'm sorry. It seemed he was attacked.
It's okay, dudes. It's the way it is, Dondos. He's gone. I can't do anything about it.
Dondos, yeah, your good pal Dondos. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me know, dude. But Yeah. Okay. I knew that was gonna happen. I think we gotta get Yuno. All right.
We're gonna.
Is everybody ready?
We'll get
Yes. No.
I give him some bardic inspiration just in case.
Okay. Alrighty then. I assume we're close enough to the palace.
Yeah,
for this
yeah.
meeting.
Well,
Okay.
I believe. Let me just double check on the length of the spell. I think it lasts a little while. Like 8 hours.
Nice.
So
Oh, fun.
yeah, you could
Sorry.
cast it literally here, and you're good.
Okay. All right. Bear with me, cause I'm new to this, right? But guys, we're gonna get in. We're gonna get there. We're gonna find Yuno, and you're gonna see your daddy again.
You stop
And then,
playing it.
Yeah, I imagine that's my flute noise. You're welcome.
You're gonna see Daddy again. Okay. I will actually need a performance check from you.
You get a 1d6 from me for your skill check if you want.
Ooh.
Use it. Like the bardic inspiration.
And how do I apply that?
You would
So
just
just-
roll the d6 on top if you want after you.
Yeah.
use
So
Okay.
roll your performance check. Have a look at what the score is, and then you can add a d6 on if you wish to after.
Here we go. Yes.
Okay. So /R space 1d6.
Give it 6. 3. Okay, so 19.
19. So 19 again as you begin to play the melody. And as you do, you almost go into this like trance like state where you sort of like sway side to side and begin to play this music. Everyone is staring at you and nothing is changing. And you begin to get into that state. And then all of a sudden, you all start to see Carvox's form shift as Carvox then becomes almost completely transparent as you just see this wispy mist-like form of him. And the one thing that you can tell it's Carvox is you can just about see the eyes in the form as it shifts from side to side. And it's at this moment that when you look at everyone else, you realize all of you are in this mist-like form. And there you are.
Can we still talk?
You try?
Aye.
Hello.
You
Okay.
We
go
hear each
to
other?
speak. And as you go to speak, I believe you can't.
Calling it now. We can't call on it now. Just call on it now. We're not gonna be able to talk. This is all about to go downhill.
It actually doesn't specify that you can't.
Well. All right,
It says the
DM.
only actions you can take are dash, but
Yeah.
That's not an action.
I will say, like, when you try to speak, it's just like...
Oh,
like, it doesn't really come out like proper words. But yeah, you kind of just make like gusts of wind noises, and you're all kind of just there, kind of like, oh god, like, you would all know when this form takes onto you, you can revert back, but it takes 1 minute to revert back.
Question.
And you can then revert back to a cloud, but it also takes a minute to become a cloud again.
well, that's kind of cool.
So yeah, you guys can go in and out of it, but it takes a minute to come out and a minute to go back in for the next 8 hours. And it's not concentration either.
Okay, cool.
Can I ask if the primordial language of wind, air, whatever it is, can be spoken?
I will allow it, yes.
Yes!
You can
Nice!
Speaks
Oran. You
primordial.
can speak Oran during this time, yeah.
Okay, and I will try to speak primordial to Shion.
Yeah, and I'll just talk back, like, yeah, what's up?
As you both start speaking Oran.
Okay.
Yeah, and my mist form gives her mist form a high five. Let's go. We can still talk.
Let's kill this.
Well, I am truly glad that more than one of us can speak this language.
Well, that's never happened before.
as the form of Quiria.
Quiria.
Yeah, Quiria. Quiria, like, kind of, like, comes over to you two. As
Very
both of you attempt to high five, and it's just like, like, there's no noise. Yeah, it's just like,
I'd like Carvox to sort of be like pointing at the palace and trying to pull people with him, because he doesn't know how long the spell's gonna last.
yeah, that makes sense.
I'm going. We're moving. I'm moving.
I'm watching the majority of the clouds. If they start moving, I will follow them.
Still trying to high five.
Yeah, and it's at this moment that you all look back and see Ivan just stood at the doorway, just like, what? Like, he just, like, sees you all, like, just drift away.
Sounds
Okay.
about right.
Do you guys go up? Do you go through the city? What are you doing?
I imagine I'd be ahead at the moment, trying to lead people forward. And I imagine we'd go up towards the gate, but above it as sort of a
Yeah.
invisible kind of cloud of mist.
Yeah, as all of you kind of, like, drift in one big cloud, and you kind of just look like a small cloud too close to the ground. Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you. As one of you gets, like, hurled forward a little bit as one of you sneezes. But yeah, you guys head over the gate, and as you do, you see plenty of guardsmen all surrounding the main gatehouse. You see guardsmen walking along the walls and within the compounds themselves. And it's at this moment that I think we're going to cut to a quick break. We're going to have a 5 or so minute break, and then we'll come back and see what the adventurers do. So yeah, we'll be back in 5. Don't go anywhere. See you in a bit. Bye.
Bye.
Hello. From the other side, Oscar, Tango, Foxtrot, Cloud City peoples. I don't know what I'm talking about. Welcome back. We just had a little break. Tell us what drinks, tell us what snacks you got, guys. What have we got? I'll tell you what I've got straight off the bat. It's very cloudy because it's Fanta Lemon.
Natural havoc in a glass.
Wait.
Cloudy something?
Howdy, Misty.
Because we're all clouds.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have some peanut puffs.
got ya.
We
If
got
you just said
some,
Iron
some
Vortex, I may have got it. Yeah. Okay. No, it's cool. What do you got? Peanuts?
Peanut puffs.
Peanut puffs. Nice.
We get some cheese.
Cheese. Cool.
No
Everyone else?
snacks over here, unfortunately.
No snacks.
No wine.
Eagle, what have you got?
No snacks on the
No
side.
snacks. Okay. Well, we're gonna head straight back in as the Cloud Squad starts floating through the skies over the gate of the inner ring. And as they do so, you see very large military presence, people going in and out of buildings and checking the surrounding areas. It seems to be on very high alert, whatever's going on. The bells have now stopped ringing. But, yes, there's still a lot of animosity, a lot of tension. Are you guys going as a clump, or are you guys spreading out? That's my question. Better yet, we know that Carvox is up the front, and I assume Carvox is up the front with Maeve, Shion, and Andros?
I'd say I followed right after him, so yeah. I'd assume I'm up there.
Courier is just behind Shion and Maeve because those three can speak, so he's like quite close to them. Arcturus Ahad, are you guys like following at the back?
I think I'm at the back because I'm still like contemplating on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
What this form is. How does this magic work? This is weird. I've never seen this before.
Well, we've been flying before, so it's quite cool. Erhard is like kind of drifting behind. He's debating whether he's gonna play tricks on guards, but he doesn't.
Okay. And I will say Takara sticks between Erhard, Arcturus, and the rest of the group. So she's a little bit ahead of the back, but she is staying within the pack. Yeah, so are you guys going separate? Like, are you spreading out a little bit as to not draw attention? Or are you guys sticking close together to kind of make yourself look like a mist cloud, like one singular cloud?
We were told by that Queria guy to follow him. So I'm sticking near that guy.
And then Carvox led. So Carvox is ahead of everyone right now.
I guess we'll be a big cloud. Why not? We'll just big cloud it out.
Can I, as Carvox, like, as I'm leading, turn around and maybe would I notice that we look really obvious as a big cloud?
Looking back, you do see, obviously, 8 bits of mist all conjoined together kind of makes one big bit of mist as opposed to smaller bits. So it would probably definitely draw more attention. Right now, you guys are up in the sky, but when you get closer to the ground, you would definitely draw more attention as a big clump.
Okay. I think I'd probably like slow down a bit. I imagine we're just getting over sort of the gate area.
Yeah, you're like where the token is on the map. I'll say you're probably about here as you're approaching the big palace.
I would just wait now. I'd sort of come to a stop, I think, and hopefully someone else would lead.
Leon, you and Queria both know where to go?
I think we do, yes. I haven't been to the palace ridiculously often, but...
Yes, most of their pleasantries are held within the throne room or dining halls, yes, so finding them will not be too difficult.
So we could split in 2?
By all means. Who do you wish for me to take? Just remember, these guys cannot understand us from at least my experience with non-Oran speakers.
When you are this foggy form, can you change how your cloud looks?
I do not know.
No, I'm asking DM.
Oh, sorry, there was no distinction between the separation there. No is the simple answer. You are a selection of mist.
Right. Okay. I can't form myself in a shape of mist.
No.
Okay. Cool. Good to know.
But
yeah,
I mean, us 3 can understand each other, but the rest can't understand us. Or, yeah.
Well, unless they speak the language, then...
Again, whilst everybody's doing this, Carvox is panicking because he has no idea. He knows everybody's relying on him, and he doesn't know how long the spell's going to last. Yeah. So he's looking around.
You can also hear just like... just like coming from like 3 different mist things, and you're just there like, oh god, like what's happening? Carvox, why don't you roll me a perception check, and anyone else that wishes to at this point as well, as you guys kind of like looking around.
I just want to say about the formation.
Mine's at advantage, by the way.
Like I'm definitely not part of the group, so to speak. I'm more like tailing
Slightly
behind,
off.
like enjoying the breeze, so to speak.
Yeah, not a problem. As you're all taking a little look around, Andros and Shion, you can see that the military presence in front of the palace itself is huge compared to everywhere else. There has some shit has clearly gone down. Something very bad has happened in this palace. What that is, you're unsure. But I will say, Andros, you wouldn't know this, so Shion, you would. You see the Chartusan mages are kind of checking out everywhere on the outskirts of this like palace. You can see them like walking around and checking places. You would know that these are the mages that light the lanterns and clean the floors and purify water and all that good stuff. They look like they're part of this investigation. And you know that they have magic.
Quiria, darling. Or, I mean, I suppose it's Lord Solasir now.
Quiria
you-
will do fine, Shion. Or should I say, Lady Laraniel.
Shion is fine. I mean, I can't blush, I'm a fucking cloud, but yeah.
The cloud goes a little pink.
I mean, what would happen if these mages suddenly saw you? What's your current standing in the royal palace?
Well, until we finds out exactly what it is that's happened here, I'm not entirely sure.
Fair enough. Do you know anything about these mages, seeing as you were once part of the Arcane Academy yourself?
Well, I may have dabbled for a time at least, learning the ropes to become something a little more important than them, one would hope. But they're not what they seem to be.
Very cryptic, but it'll have to do.
Well, to better aid us in this time, they have many tricks.
So we should watch our backs. We should anyway, but
As we are currently in a magical form, I would say stay clear.
how are we going to tell that to Carlos?
Your guess is as good as mine, dear.
Maeve, do you have any idea? Can we
I
just
just, for the sake of finding out, I try to guidance Shion to see if I can cast a spell whilst in this form.
Your spell fails.
Okay. In case it wasn't obvious, I do tell Shion that we can't do anything spell-wise. Our magic is limited.
I suppose we float the other way then?
Well,
Hope
what
people
if
will follow?
if you two split up, people have to choose, right? And hopefully they understand.
I guess we can try that.
And then we meet in the throne room or the teleportation room.
Maybe the teleportation room is safer. I guess there will be less people there.
While this conversation's being had, what are the rest of you doing?
Floating.
Just waiting?
I'm a cloud.
But you're just waiting. You're not drifting off. You're not like. What are you doing?
I think I'm like doing some sort of tests, like float up, float lower, turn a little bit, just to see how the mechanics of this spell work, and what it is to be an actual cloud. Like I don't understand this kind of magic because I've never seen this before. Like I said before, I want to know how this works. Obviously, I'm failing horribly at that because I'm cloud. But yeah, occasionally you can see like a small cloud go up and go down, but floating.
Okay, cool. Ahad,
So
have you caught
are
up to the
they-
group now, or have
Are
you?
they standing still?
Well, they're not
or-
standing, but yeah,
Well,
they are.
floating
They're
still.
stationary in the sky. Yeah.
Well, I guess I would get closer and seeing the weird cloud moving up and down, I would just kind of circle it, almost following it, but like not touching it.
Yep. And Carvox, what are you doing?
Uh,
Because you like stopped, looked at them, then started looking around, and you just see like,
Yeah.
lots of guards. You see the palace.
I'd be panicking probably quite a lot. I think Carvox would be like, because he knows there's a lot of responsibility here on him, and he's told the guys he'll get them in. So he'd probably. I mean, I'm looking at them. I'm hearing go on between the three misty clouds there, right next to me, and almost like it's shouting at me or something. And I'm looking around trying to see if there's any sort of like what I can see of the palace. I don't know how far it is
Yeah.
from us.
It's still a little ways off. It'll take it's still a few minutes to get there. But yeah, you would see the palace is a 4 or 5 story tall building. You would see giant doors at the bottom with loads of steps that lead up to it. You see quite some lavish looking plant life exotic out the front of it. And then you see what looks to be like an area to the side of the palace where there's like a big pond with like some oasis style like feel, sort of like plant life and kind of like a tropical paradise that they have attached to the palace. And there are windows and doors everywhere. Like,
Okay.
it's a lot of entrances, a lot of windows. There's you would assume it's probably quite well ventilated, being in such a harsh environment. So there's probably an awful lot of ways in.
Okay, then I think, assuming Andros is probably staying close to me.
Well, I'm gonna find out now. Andros, what are you doing as Carvox is looking around? 2 people are dipping up and down, barrel rolling.
I'm gonna be
3
honest.
are whispering.
The objective is to go to the castle, and if this form breaks and I free fall out the sky, we're all dying. So Andros is like looking at them. He's almost doing the same thing as Carvox, but he's like inching away, like he's slightly moving ever so often towards the castle, because he's confused of why we're just stopping in the middle of the sky like this instead of getting to the objective and actually doing what we're here to do.
Okay, yeah, so that's what you see.
Because they haven't told us anything. They're speaking some language we do not know.
I think based on that, seeing that one of the mists is moving away, Carvox is probably also like notice no one else is doing anything. So because he's thinking he's liable, would start to go up towards this palace looking for any way, like a window, which is mentioned by Katara earlier. Or Takara.
Takara,
Yeah.
Yeah, so you two start drifting off a little bit. The 3 of you talking, look and see those 2 start drifting away.
Well, why don't you split off with whoever those 2 are, and then hopefully the rest follows with either? I'll go with one of them. If you take the lead, do you
Sure.
think that works?
I can try. And I guess I'll float up to wherever they are and lead them to a window where I think.
Okay. So you go towards Carvox and Andros. Maeve, where are you going?
Well, I'll look over to the remaining cloud, which I think is set of Earhart.
You've got Erhard, you've got Arcturus, you've got Takara, you've got Quiria.
Arcturus.
Like, there's loads of you.
Yeah. No, so but they're not floating, they're stationary.
They're waiting with you, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to try and lead another way in and see if these guys follow?
Very well, but sure, why not? Follow me. And he starts going another way. Arcturus and Erhard, you see 2 different groups of 3. And at this point, because you guys are testing out theories and stuff, I don't think you know who's in what group, but you see a group of 3 go left and a group of 3 go right. What are you guys doing?
I imagine I bump into his cloud. Does that do anything? Is there physicality to this cloud?
You kind of like
startle.
spin around one another.
Cool.
Too close, too close, but it's like I don't know.
Are they the same size groups? Like
You
the
see a
same
3 and a
amount of
3.
people? Yeah.
I'll join the group on the left.
I will follow this cloud. Like I follow Arcturus.
Okay, you just
Of
follow
course, I have no
Arcturus?
clue.
Okay. So a group of 5 go left, a group of 3 go right. Not a problem. So, the 3 on the right, you start getting closer to the palace itself, and as you get there, you see various different, like, not even windows, but like open archways that lead into certain areas of the palace. Then you see doorways and you see other such things within. Where, like, there's the main doors at the bottom, which lead to a huge hallway, which then leads to the throne room. Other than going through that way, Shion, you wouldn't actually know a way in via any other means. So if you went in through another way, there's a chance that you could end up in a place you don't know.
Yeah, I guess I'm taking that risk. Seeing as I can't communicate with anyone, I mean, yeah, it's the only thing I know. So yeah, I guess I'll float in or something.
So what way are you going? Are you going more towards the way you know, or are
Yeah.
you going to risk it and take another way?
No, I'm gonna stick towards the way that I know.
Okay, so you start going towards the doors as opposed to the windows and such. Not a problem. I would like all three of you to make me a stealth check with advantage, please.
Right.
Wait, do I still get disadvantage because of my armor since I'm
No,
a
because
cloud?
technically you're a cloud, so it's advantage. Yeah. Okay. As the three of you begin to float down, you get quite low to the ground, and you wait for an opportunity where some guards start exiting, and as they do, the doors open. You make the rush for it, and as you do, Shion gets in, and the door shuts, and both of you are outside.
Wait, both of us are?
Both of you two are outside, but Shion gets in.
Well, fuck.
Even with a 22 stealth? Like, I'm just stuck outside?
You are stealthing. Shion was leading, so Shion was up front. Shion goes through, and the second she whips in, the door slams shut.
Oh my... Is there an open window?
There are multiple windows and archways all throughout the palace.
Is there one nearby the main door that is open? Something that we can actually just get in.
On this floor, no, but there are higher.
Okay.
Now you guys can wait. It's up to you, and wait to see if someone else goes in and out of the door, or you can try and find another way. But Shion, you find that you are inside.
I float towards the ceiling, so I'm not seen.
Yep.
And well, I guess I'll wait for them to come
Okay.
in.
What are you two doing outside?
I'm hoping Carvox follows, but I'm looking for like a bush, something nearby the door where we can just.
Well, you are. Yeah, you wouldn't be on the ground floor. Like, you wouldn't be on the ground. You would be high enough that you could get through the door.
Yeah.
So you're higher up at the minute than the floor. So unless the guards are like looking directly up at the door, like they wouldn't spot you.
I'm gonna just try to be close to the door, yet in a position where they probably wouldn't even bother.
Try and push through the door. Carvox, what are you doing?
Yeah, ask him. I'm gonna follow his lead.
You see a larger form of mist just like hanging by the door, like what the hell's going on? And then you're like there as well.
And I also turn around and realize that all the other clouds are gone as well. I'm like, what the hell?
Yep.
Because
it's just you two out here.
We were just beelining it to the door, so I have no idea where they've gone. And then I've seen one of the clouds go in through the door. And I'm stuck outside with one of the other one who I can see is just literally probably just like floating backwards and forwards next to the door as if trying to get in. I think I would try and go in the window, the closest window. Could I have a look and see how far that is? How far up?
Yeah, it's pretty close, but it's about like 10 or 15 foot higher than where you are now. And you know that this wouldn't be the same floor that Shion's cloud form just entered.
So I think straight away, because I don't know if one of the clouds gets seen, if we come out, I don't understand the spell.
Yeah.
So I would immediately sort of brush against the other one, who is Andros in this case, and beeline it towards that window.
Okay, sure. You start heading towards the window. Andros, you've seen one go in the door, one goes up towards the window, which is open and goes into the window.
In my head, I'm begging to Kath, just please end my suffering, and I will go after Carvox in the window.
So you two go through a window. Not a problem.
Adventures of Carvox and Andros.
The rest of the gang, Queria is speaking to you, Maeve, in Oren, and is saying, well, I'll be honest, I only know through the main entrance myself, but maybe we could find a side entrance or into a kitchen, perhaps, that would lead to the dining rooms, and from there I could take us to the throne room.
Yeah, but sounds good. Anywhere that could fit us through.
Very well. We'll look for a side door, servant's door of some sort. And
Yeah.
starts leading you guys down. Can I have a stealth check from Group B, please? It is advantage.
Well, thank God for that.
Yeah. Okay. And then I need to make 2 more rolls. They both rolled 20 with their modifiers, so 20 total. Nice for each. Let's go. Both of them start gliding through with you guys. And yeah, you guys see a door open. And currently outside, you see what looks to be like 2 servants sort of scraping food waste into some sort of like bin of some sorts or somewhere that they dispose of their trash. And as you see this, Courier quickly dashes towards the door and slips in and goes up into the ceiling of the kitchen. Do you all follow?
I'll try, yeah.
I'll try, yeah.
Well, as far back as we are, yes, we'll try following.
Yeah. So you see Takara, Maeve, Courier go in. And you two, being quite a little distance away from them because you guys took your time deciding where to go, you see the 2 people go in and shut the door behind them. You two are now outside of the building.
Is there a window? It's a kitchen, right?
There is. There are a couple of small windows nearby. They are open.
I'll try for a window.
You go through the window?
Yeah, we'll float in the window.
Not a problem. Can I have both of you roll me Constitution saving throws as you enter the window, please?
22 + 1.
15 was the DC, as the heat emanating from whatever grill or whatever was beneath the window to allow steam to escape. As both of you come in, this hot gush of like wind hits you both, sticks you to the ceiling, and you're both just like, ah, like as you're just like kind of like lifted up. But you manage to peel away from it as you see the rest of you all kind of like hovering on this ceiling. You are noticing you are all slightly noticeable in here because you are in a building where there are no clouds, but the steam is all being extracted through a window. But all of you are like stuck to the ceiling, like you're all super high up. The ceilings are roughly about 10 to 12 feet in here, so that they're a little higher.
Okay.
What are you guys doing?
Do we see the other clouds of mist? That
Yeah,
enter
you
the door?
see one another. That's how you notice you're noticeable, because you see the others.
Is there any doors open that lead outside of the room or anything?
No doors
Always.
open, but there are doors.
Are there any vents or such that may lead to a different area?
There are what? Sorry, vents.
Vents, yeah.
They're not to your knowledge from where you are right now. There does look like to be a hole in the ceiling that seems to go somewhere.
Can we fit through the hole?
Looking at the hole, it's maybe only 3 inches in diameter.
I'll drift slowly towards the other group of mist, acting like I'm vapor collecting somewhere.
Okay.
Wait,
So,
is his group with us? Are we all in the same?
No, you guys aren't there.
Okay.
No, they split up themselves.
Right.
And now they're back together. Where are you going? There's 4 doors. There's one that leads back outside. There's 2 double doors that lead to somewhere, and then there's another door that leads elsewhere. And there is a 3-inch diameter hole in the ceiling, which clearly some of the heat and steam from this room is escaping from.
I ask Courier if he thinks we could even fit through the gap in the ceiling.
You would know for sure. You're a cloud. You can definitely fit through it.
Okay, then I suggest we go through this gap in the ceiling unless we want to wait around.
Well, it is entirely up to you, but why would there be a hole there unless to release the heat? Would it not go back outside?
I guess you don't want to keep heat in Quirin, do you? Yeah.
We are clouds. Can we not just use the door?
At this point, you see one cloud float through to the bigger door, like the double door.
I think we've had a slight technical issue there with Maeve and Paddy, as sorry, Smitty and Paddy, as I think their internet may have cut out.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, as this happens, Quiria decides to go to the door. Did you say you were as well, Arcturus? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Heading
I was
towards the
just
door?
floating to what I have no idea what they were discussing.
Yeah.
But hey, we're floating here, and I see a door, and
As you start heading towards the door, do you try and go through it?
yeah.
As you press yourself against it, it moves ever so slightly, and you find the gap and push your way through the seam of the door.
Ooh.
And now you are the other side of the door.
I will follow where Quiria Mist is going through the door, and then I'm going as well.
Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, as you then push through the door as well, and Quiria pushes, and Takara pushes, and I will say Maeve also pushes through the door as well, as all of you guys manage to push through. And then we will cut back to Shion, who is currently sat at the top of a room, a massive hallway, with guards walking up and down it on her own.
Slightly panicking. I guess, going back out is not an option. Had I seen earlier the direction in which Quiria and Maeve were floating?
As you would have split off, you wouldn't
Yeah.
have been able to perceive their location.
I guess I'll very, very carefully try and make my way towards our supposed meeting point.
Yes, you follow along the hallway.
But also keeping an eye out for possible mages. If I see a mage or like someone who looks like a mage, then I'll probably go the other way.
Not a problem. After, I'd say, about 10 minutes of you very carefully traversing this corridor, you eventually enter into a large dining room. And as you enter to the dining room, you know that the throne room is the room beyond this point. And as you come in, you seep on up as high as you can to keep away from prying eyes, as you see the balcony that goes around the dining room that you can look down into. It's like a walkway around the top. And as you kind of rise into where all the chandeliers are, you start to see figures emerging from, not figures, mist emerging from one of the doors down below. As Group B and Shion have now reunited in the same room, as all of you rise up as well, and you see each other. And there's this awkward silence, I think, for a moment, as you're not sure if it's Shion up there, or if it's actually just a collection of mist, or something else. And then I think probably one of you says something, I assume. You're muted, Lan.
Hello.
Yeah, and as you say hello, he says, "Oh, good. That was lucky. Where are the others?"
The door shut behind me, so they are either still outside or they found another way in.
But we're clouds. You can go through doors.
Well, they can't understand what I'm saying. I don't know.
Very well. Maybe we just press on and hope they find us.
Let's hope so.
As we pan to the... Oh, go on, go ahead. Sorry.
They're quite bulky. We might need them.
Yeah, as we then pan out of the chamber, back outside, and up through a window, as we see two mist forms in a hallway in a palace. A very long hallway with multiple doors running all the way down it. You guys doing?
Is there anyone in the hallway? Like, is there nobody here?
Oh yeah, no, sorry. There's a couple of guards every so often, but
Okay.
there's just hallways. And I
Um,
would say you do see a couple of servants with like linen and stuff and silks and cushions and that walking up and down like to the different rooms.
Right. Okay. Knowing the door right below to like the side a little bit is the entrance to the main area. I will be trying to find a staircase that leads down. That is the objective one. I'm gonna float up to the ceiling and be looking for a staircase.
Yeah, you start trying to angle your way that way, and you do see a door slightly ajar to a room. You don't know what's behind it, but you do see that doorway open.
I'll take a peek, sure.
Do you head in?
I'll take a quick peek.
As you poke your head in, you see a half-orc butt naked, currently putting on clothing as you poke in, and then poke immediately back out.
Yeah. All right, and I'm gonna keep going. Just quickly pass away from there.
Yeah, you go to the next room?
No, I'm just looking for a staircase. I'm not looking at more rooms.
Okay, so you're just going to keep going down the hallway till you find a staircase.
I guess I'll look in rooms. I mean, whatever finds me a staircase.
You tell me. You tell me what you're doing.
If the room looks like it's a...
Think of it like this. From the vibe that you're getting on this corridor, this hallway, it seems to run like the whole semicircle of the palace itself all the way around, and there are multiple doors all the way down it.
Okay. What I'll do then is I'm gonna look into any room that I can, and I'm gonna look for an open window that leads into like the other side. If there's like a main area, like you said there was a main, like...
So are you just trying doors that are open?
No, I mean, if I can push into a room, I'm gonna try at this point. Because we're
Okay.
desperate. We're
I'll
lost.
say you go towards one of the rooms, and as you go in, you see what looks to be like a robed figure searching through drawers and just checking the whole room out. And you see them in there, and yeah, it's kind of like it's not a dining room, but it seems to be like a waiting area of some sort, like a guest room, maybe somewhere where like a meeting might be had, or like discussions, or a break room or something. And there's someone in like these robes, these dark blue robes, kind of like going through stuff.
Are they taking stuff? Or are they like looking like they're stealing?
Not taking it, but they're looking through drawers and cabinets and doors and cupboards.
Oh, okay. Move on, I guess. Looking.
Do you keep going through that room to the other side where there's another door?
I'm making sure Carvox is with me first, and then if it looks like we're cool to keep moving forward, yeah, we'll go through the other door. Why not?
Roll me another stealth check, please, if you're going through. And
Should
Carvox?
Carvox also do it because he's just
Yeah,
keeping
sure.
his distance, but is following.
Sure, roll me a
on the
stealth
other-
check as well.
Yeah.
28.
Perfect.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you
Nine.
do get advantage. You are
Okay.
missed. So
Okay.
you're all good. You're all good. So yeah, you both managed to go through as the door opens, the one that you're going towards, as two guards come in and start talking to the person in the room, as you would both hear, "Did you find it?" "No, of course I didn't find it. I don't know what has happened. All of his belongings seem to have been missing. Keep looking. We must find more of his stuff." And you guys get to the door.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna push.
Well-
I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm
As you
looking for
push
people.
out, you find yourself on a balcony that overlooks like a huge dining room with chandeliers up in the sky. And your passive perception, being so high as it is, Andros, you see a big collection of mist up in the ceiling. Go up?
Yeah, we'll go group up.
As you guys then head up, you find yourselves all together. Ah, good. Looks like the stragglers have found us.
Yes. So, on to the teleportation room or the throne room?
Well, I believe it is behind the throne room, and the throne room is just down there through those doors. Let's hope they can navigate a door this time. And he, like, leads down and pushes towards the shut door and seeps through it.
Just we're all following.
Yeah,
I'll
Everyone
follow.
I stay
One-
behind to make sure everybody follows this time.
Yeah.
We'll make sure to go one by one. At least Erhard will not go like in a big like lamp. 'cause
Yeah.
that'd be weird.
As you come into this room, there are 4 guardsmen. And in the center of the room, sat on the throne, you see a Leonin man with a dagger in his chest.
Your Majesty, I am. She can't hear us. Has the king been assassinated?
Holy fuck.
Oh no. If only
But
they
why
could
aren't-
understand us.
Why aren't the guards doing anything?
I don't know.
This is real bad, Shion. This is not good. If we are spotted here or seen anywhere near here, we are for sure to be. This is really bad.
Yeah, we look like the culprits now.
Do we continue on? Or what do we do? Look, if we can get into that room and it's all clear, I might have a way of getting us out if need be. If we can't, this is
Wait,
not good.
Shion. When we get into the other room, send your dad a message. Inform him so he knows what's going on.
Yes, we need to find a room where no one is and no one can hear us.
Let's
That we
crawl
can-
along the sides of the ceiling and try and get to the other room.
I guess
Uh,
any room where no one is. I mean, we need to.
You see one of the bunches of mist drift up into the ceiling alone.
That must be his.
Leave her. Yes. I mean, what? Surely they
I-
would never suspect her from us. Well, she does have a motive. Oh dear.
She literally just told us that if her dad was to die,
Yes, she would be the next queen of Chartusa. Okay.
oh, this is really not good. Look, let us find this room. Hopefully, it is empty, and maybe we can speak to the others. Follow me. And he
Yes.
starts to lead to the other side of the room. And behind the throne room, you see these 2 stone doors shut. But he like presses against it and forces his way through the gap. Do you all follow?
Mm-hmm.
I guess
Follow.
I'll keep an eye out for Takara, see if she follows or not.
So you're like the last one. Everyone else goes through, and as you're still out there floating, Takara drifts off.
Yeah, well, we can't wait for that and just leave her. And run
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah, as you squeeze through and push through, you see stone stairwell that descends beneath the palace itself. It goes on for maybe 100 or so feet until eventually it opens up to a white stone flooring with grey walls with various silks and tapestries on. And in the center, you see what looks to be like a slightly raised dais. And upon the dais, you see etchings of arcane sigils all around it. And slumped to the side of the stairwell, you see 2 mages with a dagger in each of its chests.
Oh my lord, this has been carnage.
We know
Quiria
who's been using daggers, right?
Oh yes. Quiria, darling, do you know these people or they just have images?
They would be personal mages to the king himself for protection and transportation and to. This is not good. This is really not good. We need to speak to one another. We need to make a plan. We need to come up with some sort of. And a minute passes, and he just like pops out of the cloud form and like stands to his feet in the room. And he's just like, everyone, we need to talk.
I'll
Clearly
pop.
the king has been killed.
I'll start trying to
We'll
pop.
also
One by one,
Yeah.
you will like pop
Understand
out of the
this,
side.
so-
And at this point, you now realize, for those that weren't watching, Takara is not here.
Oh. I will
Yeah.
look towards the dude. I mean, we have options. I mean, yeah, we can do with this, but all I'm saying is, never mind. It doesn't matter right now. So what would they?
What?
I mean,
Do realize we look like the culprits now.
This 100% makes it look exactly like us.
They
Okay.
probably trying to frame us for this.
And I will be honest, your reputation within the city as the Iron Vortex, when Takara told me of everything that's going on, I'd already heard rumors within the council that you had been killing civilians and citizens of the town. This 100% would be pinned on you if anything were to happen.
Can I? Well, they're discussing that. Just are we still near the bodies of the mages?
Yeah, they're both dead on the floor.
Can we just take a quick look if these daggers are normal daggers or do they look engraved with initials or anything specific about them?
You look towards them. Shion, you would also notice looking at them as well. They're not Quirinese. They're not the same make of Quirinese.
These daggers are not from around here.
They look oddly familiar to Arkenvale.
Arkenvale.
I don't know.
I think we should push through and find whoever's doing this.
Hang on. Can I just send a message to my father saying the king has been assassinated? We look like the culprits now. We're in deep shit. Do whatever you can to distract or whatever.
He's dead.
Dagger in the
Shh.
chest.
Shion, this is terrible news. I don't even know where to begin. I'll do something.
I can clear our names if we can just find the culprits. Again, I can talk to the dead. We can ask him the questions. He will tell us what happened. We just need to stop whatever's going on right now. Focus on clearing our names afterwards.
I'd like to
Okay,
think
so
that as Carbox comes out, he's just like, that's not how I wanted her to meet her daddy. And then,
It's not the place, man. Not the place.
yep, it's Carbox is who he is.
Yeah.
So,
Well, she ain't here. That's also problematic. So, Queria, can you track where they went?
Yes, I can certainly do such a thing. Just give me some time. I need to calm down. You have all gotten me in so much shit. Okay, look, I came here to do a job, right? The job, it'll be done, of course. Yes.
I give him some bardic inspiration because
Yeah.
he's very hyperventilating.
And he like kind of reaches into his like satchel and he starts pulling out some dust and he's like sprinkles it across the magic circle as he like starts to trace his fingers through the arcane sigils, and you begin to see like a small like hum of red sort of magic coming from the circle as he's clearly working some sort of magic into it that he can then track where it was last sent to. And he begins doing that, and apparently it's going to take a minute or two. It's not something that you can do super quick.
In the meantime, I would like to check on any signs of Dimension Door being used as the portal they came out. Just to clarify
Roll me an Arcana
if
check.
you know and such are here. That's an 8.
Yeah, looking around, there doesn't appear to be. There's clearly been some teleportation magic here, but it's not of. It's of higher caliber, the higher caliber than Dimension Door, and clearly it's been used with the circle. There's with a natural 1 and 8, unfortunately, that's as much as you get.
As there's nothing else while he's inspecting the circle, I think Erhard would just start walking around, and as we popped out of the cloud shape, try if we can pop back into the cloud shape just for
Use a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pop back into cloud.
I will also offer I can spectral projection and see at least what's forward to make sure at least a little bit's cleared, or maybe get an idea of what is going on further down, if that is something we want to do.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
But what if we are like way down here now in the teleportation room, and it's only a stairs up, right? Like there's
Correct,
no other
yeah.
other way.
This is the only. It's like a solid chamber down here. It's
Yeah.
clearly some sort of like escape hatch, where if something bad were to happen to the king, like when he was in the throne room, he would be able to escape down into here and be teleported to safety by the mages that literally guard this place. And also, if anyone was to try and teleport into the city using this one, they would then be literally met with 2 mages immediately who could either sound an alarm or alert someone with magic being down here. But these 2 are both dead.
I will spectral projection again, and I'm going to go follow the path towards the teleportation room, and I'm gonna try to see how far I can get if I see anything.
You're in it. You're in the teleportation room.
Right. I mean, I guess the idea is to look around. Maybe is there a teleporter? Is it on like open? Like I'm saying my projection to see more of what's going on, because we're in the. I don't know. I'm confused now.
You're right. So
down.
the throne room was at the top.
Yes, we
You've
went
gone
down the
100
staircase.
feet, which has led to a singular room, which
Right.
is the teleportation room.
Okay, and then there's nothing there after that.
There's the dais in the middle, and on the dais is the sigil, which Quiriana is now trying to track wherever the magic has led them to.
Okay.
So you guys are literally in a room that is like 20 foot by 20 foot with 2 dead mages in it.
I guess I will. I don't know. I guess look around the room.
So if we would, like hypothetically, if we should speak to someone, it would not make sense that the culprit who murdered the king comes back from the teleportation room into the throne room.
Unless we had maybe we didn't know about this room and we came down here and now we see that there's a dead end, so we have to go back out the other way. I mean, again, these are people who just lost their king. I don't think they're going to be thinking in the best of mindsets.
I mean, Erhard just turned back into a cloud. We can always just do that.
True.
And as she says that, I will start the process of turning back into not cloud, and also circle people because it's fun.
So if we track them, can we go to where they are? Like actually find the current location they are, go to them, or are we just kind of at this point stuck?
As I said before, I might be able to reopen and send you potentially to where they have gone. And you see him his arm like shifts over one part of like the arc, and as it does, you see like this like red purple electricity like come out of it for a second. He's like, okay, and like he's clearly trying to use his magics in a unorthodox way of tracking through magic.
Right.
And it looks very unconventional and not very safe. Probably not tested very well either. But he's like, I can do this, and yeah. He's like trying to track where it's gone.
Queria, little dude, is there anything any of us can do to support you on this?
Make sure I don't get disturbed, and probably not talk to me too much while I'm trying. Thank you.
All clear, little dude. All clear, dude.
Can I just guidance him? I don't know if it's gonna have any effect, but I'll give him guidance.
Don't make me jump. Like as you touch him to cast guidance.
I don't know if you heard me earlier. I gave him Bardic Inspiration.
Yes, Bardic Inspiration. Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, and he continues casting the magics there. You guys have got maybe 5 or 6 minutes before he'll finish.
Carvox, if this teleporter does open, are you gonna go with us? Is that a what is your? I mean, this is possibly taking us out of the city entirely.
Oh, dudes, I don't know what my plan is, to be honest. I've got Bronco here. I can't just leave him there. He's waiting for me. I don't even know where you guys are going. Did you say Arkenvale?
I don't know if it's entirely Arkenville. That'd be kind of nuts. That takes us a total away from where we're trying to go. But maybe it's best that you, if this teleporter does work and we're able to leave, that you turn into a wisp and just get out. Like get out of the castle, go back to your rhino friend, and you guys just either lay low or get out.
My business with isn't finished. So for now, I'm gonna stay here with you guys until you're out through the portal.
Yeah,
But
of
once
course.
that's happened, I'm out of here.
Good deal.
I don't know if Kyria is gonna be able to get out on his own, so might need to stick around to polymorph him before I leave. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And whilst this is happening, I'd
Yep.
like to cast Bardic Inspiration.
Yep.
I think we have some time, so I think we haven't had a rest, so I have 2 more uses of it. I'd like to cast it on Erhard. So Erhard has Bardic Inspiration, and on Andros as well.
Okay. So both of you have a bardic inspiration which you can use in the next 10 minutes. But yeah, a few more minutes pass. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before you guys leave? Well, potentially leave. I have to make a roll to see if that happens. No?
I wait, sorry. Yeah, I would just cast detect. No, we don't have 10 minutes. Never mind. Yeah, it's
You
fine.
don't have 10 minutes, yeah.
We'll just wait and
Mm-hmm.
see. And well,
Okay.
Yeah.
Not a problem. So he gets a guidance, which is the D4, and a bardic inspiration, which is the D6. Is that correct?
Yep.
Can you both roll me your D6 and a D4
Mhm.
for Courier, please?
oh my god, why am I so bad? It's a lot.
There we go.
Okay, so. Okay. I need to look something up.
Can I see his roll? Or no?
I
what you
I
mean?
won't tell you what it is, but
Because
I
bad
can
luck,
tell you the total.
Yeah. Because bad luck, maybe if I see him struggling or
16
something.
is the total.
I will give him a bend luck because he looked
What does
like
Ben
he was...
Luck do?
I give him another D4.
Go for it. Roll the D4, please.
4.
Ooh.
Very nice. As you see the sparks of purple and red arcane energy starts to flicker off. And Arcturus, you have an ever so slight familiarity of watching Coriana try to reactivate a teleportation circle that reminds you of a time when you first came here, as these arcane wisps kind of come out of it. And what he seems to do is he gets to the center of the circle and he pulls out a small little completely round vial with a hole in the top. And as he does, he places it over the top and he steps back and he's like, okay, I've sort of done it.
But how?
A wizard would never tell his secrets nowadays. When we crack the glass, it will open up a portal to the location they last went. Now, I don't know exactly where, but I know it is east of Quirin. East southeast.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you be able to come back after?
It's kind of a
Cool.
yes. But that is that's if all goes well. But once we crack the glass, portal will appear. We have a choice.
Sure.
Let's do it. It's
We're here now.
Yeah, Dan, what will you?
Are you coming with us? Or?
Sorry.
Well, I'll be honest. I want to get out of here as soon as possible. I don't know what all of you want to do, but yes, I'd rather not be in the palace where King has just died. Andros, at this moment, you hear footsteps coming from the stairs, and only you hear it.
I look at him and I say, "Crack it. We gotta go." Corvox, if you're
now?
staying, you need to transport and get out of here right now. There's people
Oh,
coming.
shit. Okay.
Crack it.
Good luck. And he just kind of like smacks it with like his wand that he has, and as he smacks it, it just does. And then you just see this red and purple electricity just like like as this teleportation circle just kind of appears, and it starts to swirl violently as wisps of arcane start shooting out from it. He's like, oh, it's not as stable as I'd wished.
I'll pull out my sword and I'll look at the other and say, "Go. We gotta go."
Let's go.
What do you guys do?
hold hands and go in.
Just go through if you guys are going.
I grab
Following
two
me.
people's hands and
Who do you
just
grab?
go.
I grab me.
Shion and Arcturus, because Arcturus is
Grab Shion
a
out,
liability.
and you start running through as
I will
Maeve,
follow the rest.
Shion, Arcturus, Elhad, Andros, Queria.
Yeah, I look at Carvox. If you're coming, buddy, good luck. If not, good luck. Good to see you, and I will run through.
Take care. Have fun, guys. I'll catch you in the next one, dudes.
As
And
you,
then I'd
as-
like to think. Sorry, go
Yeah.
on.
No, I was gonna say it's at this point because all of you're not being quiet at this point. People are shouting. You could hear like the like of the magic, and you just start hearing people from above. Stop! Whoever that is, stop! And then footsteps just start like getting louder and louder as metal is hitting like the stones as they're running down the steps. Carvox, what do we do?
I'd like to cast. Hold on, I'm just reading it here.
Okay.
Gaseous form.
Yeah.
Does
You
that
can
instantly?
choose one creature. It's on yourself or someone else.
And it instantly transforms.
Instantly, yeah.
Okay, into a cloud. Okay, so what I'd like to do is cast Polymorph on, which is my last. Oh, I have 2 spells. Thank God. Okay, Polymorph on.
I will
No.
tell you, I'm just going to double check something because I'm pretty sure it is. You would know gaseous form and polymorph are both concentration.
Oh no. Well, okay.
So you could choose one.
Okay.
What are
In
you doing
that
this
case-
split second moment?
Okay, in that case, I would change him into a gaseous form.
Okay, so you place
Freya.
your hand on him. You play the flute as the mist starts emanating out. As he turns into mist, and he's like, "What?" And then like you just see him like just shift into this like gas.
And I'd
What do you
like to just scream like, "Get out of here, dude!" And then try and hide behind the portal, basically. And that is where we see. the
Okay.
end.
Yeah, as whoever runs through last, you just see this last moment of Carvox push Quiria, and as he pushes him, he just turns to this mist once more, and then Carvox like looks towards the stairs, runs towards the portal, and whoever went through last, that's the last you see of Carvox. As for now, Paddy, if you could please just stay with us just for a moment before we end, but the rest of you are thrown into a miasma of violent purples and reds as all of you are flung through this arcanic, distorted magic. And as each of you start flying through, Maeve, first of all, roll me a strength check, athletics, if you will.
7.
As you lose the grip on both Shion and Arcturus, as all three of you separate through this form, you feel your skin being stretched at a force that you've never felt, your bones being constricted within your body, and these colors of purple and red flashing by your eyes. Can I have, as we are in Shartusa, I think it's only fitting, but can I have Shion please roll me a D100?
38.
Okay. And as it is teleportation style magic, please can I have... Yep. Please can I have Arcturus roll me 3d10? As
11.
all of you take 11 points of arcanic damage, as you guys, it's kind of like, you know, in the Thor films with the Bifrost, and you're in like this sort of like tube of like arcane energy. You guys are like hitting the sides, and as you hit the sides, it like scrapes against you with this lightning and arcanic magic. And as all of you are being battered around in this, Andros, I need you to roll me a D100, please.
Okay. 17.
Sorry?
I also take the damage?
Everybody does.
Everyone takes
Everyone.
11.
Good.
And as you've asked, Ahad, can you roll me 3d10, please?
Oh my lord.
You all take 15 points of arcanic damage. Maeve, can you roll me a d100?
Yes. Wait, I have a D100. Can I roll it in real life?
Sure.
I do. Why not? I have it.
Okay,
I might
go
as
for
well.
it. Yeah, go for it.
You gotta trust me, okay?
I trust
I
you.
mean, I wouldn't know what it does, so. 68.
68. Let me just confer. Interesting. Slam! A sudden force as all of you, each individually, slam into a cold, hard stone floor. One by one, slamming into the dirt. I need one final 3d10 from Paddy. Why don't you roll it for me, please?
Let's go. Okay. 3d10. Good luck, guys. Oh, please don't.
22 points of damage. Hearts down.
0 exactly.
As each of you, bam, 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 slam into this cold, hard stone floor. Hurt. Your bones, your skin, your flesh, your muscles ache, are in agony. As you all look around and just see an unconscious Ahad bleeding out on the floor. What do?
Spare the dying.
Immediately just hand on Ahad, spare the dying, prevents him from further harm. As the arcanic circles behind you, sparks and just dissipates, leaving scorch marks on the floor. As you all look around, you see this stone chamber. You see a raised dais in the center. And you see silks and tapestries lining the walls. What do you guys do? Ahad's unconscious.
I will chug. I'll have him drink a greater potion to get him up.
Greater healing?
Yeah, greater
sure.
healing.
44 plus 4, please.
Okay.
I would like to do...
Be 16.
16 health, Ahad. You're back up.
Either-
He like coughs and splutters, and you can just see this like scorch marks up his arm and across his like shoulder as it's ripped part of his clothing as well. As just you see, these arcane marks like have been left behind, and all of you have various different marks on your body from this horrifying experience.
Thank you, Andros.
Of course. And I'm going to immediately start scanning where we are. And if I have to, I will spectral projection immediately to check whatever's beyond where we're at.
Yeah, and you just see stairs going up.
Stairs, that's it?
Yeah, very similar to a room you were just in.
Oh.
Erhard will just sit on the floor and use Prestigation and fix his clothing
Yeah.
if that's possible. Or do I have mending still?
We are in a city.
Mending, yes.
Well, are we in the city? Or are we, you know, in Malakesh's chambers, maybe?
I don't know. That doesn't make too much
Doubt it.
sense. I will.
I recognize it.
Wouldn't be
As you-
convenient for us to deliver that right into his chambers, right?
As you look around in the room, Shion, his temple, his tomb, it wasn't as nice as what you're in right now. This, if anything, would remind you of a Quirinese style home. You see the tapestries on the walls, and it's not until this moment that you start to realize what these tapestries are of. You're in Alakash.
As I sort of compute that, I kind of look around for both Carvox and Quiria.
Not to be seen.
Wait. Are they still...
They didn't come.
So are they still there?
Last thing I saw was in Carvox style, turning the other mage into a gas thing, and him running somewhere. But they didn't come through. I know at least the mage most likely got out. I don't know about Carvox.
I hope so. I was gonna marry him and have all his babies, but anyway.
You're gonna marry Carvox? That's a strange
No.
choice.
Yeah, you know, he wasn't okay.
Carvox isn't my type. Plus, I think we're incompatible.
Where are we?
I don't think half minotaurs are a thing.
Leon, you do know if you have babies with him, you need to talk to him, right?
Okay, can we be focused right now? Where are we? What are we doing? Are we in a similar...
Excuse me! Whoever's just used the Master's teleportation circle, please do reveal yourself.
Great.
We're in Alakash. They would never.
Alakash.
People don't know who we are here, but we're still in trouble.
Alakash is where your
we-
father is.
We know that you are down there. We have an alarm spell on the teleportation circle, and when you all entered it, you triggered it. So we're fully aware that you're there.
EU is hiding in the dark. Please reveal yourself.
Please!
I'm upstairs. I don't wish to come down in case you're going to harm me or my master.
We mean you no harm, darling. We just... A teleportation spell went rogue and we somehow ended up here. We mean you no harm.
Wait. Shion, if they use the Master's teleportation circle to open it, are they somehow in cahoots with this city as well?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Just let her handle it.
Come upstairs now.
We can turn the
and announce
gas.
yourself.
We can turn the gas and get out of here. We still have that option.
No, I woke up.
Start walking up the stairs.
Yep.
Not a problem. Yeah, you start going up. Shion goes up.
I will follow Shion as well, and chuck another regular healing potion because I'm very hurt.
Yeah. As you all, yeah.
What's
2d4
a regular
plus-
again?
2d4 plus 2. But as you all start ascending the stairs, Shion, you come out to a doorway, a stone doorway, and as you push it open, it's slightly ajar, but as you push it open, you see a very luxurious-looking lounge-type room. And as you step in, you see a big carpet, couches, chaiselongs, cushions, silks, everything that you could imagine for a very wealthy individual, especially one to have a personal teleportation circle. And as you step up there, you see an elderly gentleman wearing quite regal looking, not slave clothes, but not quite like creme of the crop. And he's just like, and you are?
Shion of House Loraniel from Shartusa. As I said,
Oh,
we're not supposed to be here.
well, why the dickens are you then?
Well, like she told you,
A
the
teleport-
spell went haywire.
I mean, look at us. We're all bloody. We're
I could see that. Oh, very well. My name is Bertrand Eckenstein. The master of this house is Alafor Lavesh.
Where are we?
You're in Alakash, dear boy.
Well, I can assure you that's not where we needed to go. But
Did anyone?
thank you for not killing us upon sight.
Well, I'm not quite sure exactly what the master would wish to do with you, to be honest. You mean us no harm?
No, we're just a traveling group.
Very well.
Pray tell, did anyone else come through this circle?
Anyone else?
Yes, today.
No. We haven't used the circle in some time.
Okay.
At least a week, perhaps. We sent some of our slaves elsewhere.
Okay, thank you.
I sort of say to Erhard, these people are innocent and clearly know nothing. Dear man, could you maybe point us to a piazza?
I don't think you should leave just yet. I really do think you should speak to the master. You have entered his property without proper introduction. He will not do you harm, I promise, but I just think maybe you should speak to him at least.
Is he home?
He was on his way, to be precise.
Um,
Look,
Do you have
you
someone
all
we can
look-
rest?
you all look worse for wear. Please, take a seat on a chaise longue or one of our chairs here. Take a while. I'll fetch you some fruits and water.
Thank you.
How many people is in this room with us?
One guy.
Just one?
Just this old dude.
Okay. That's cool.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful, not at all. But who exactly is your master? Like, not his name, but the person?
Well, he is one of the... how do I put this? One of the slavers that partakes in the arena fights. He is one of the people that likes to entice individuals to fight on his behalf, and well, I think he would very much like to speak to a group of individuals such as yourselves. A second Loxodon in the city.
Where's the
We
other
don't
one?
get many of those.
Where's the other one?
Well, he's quite famous.
Where is he?
Well, he's within the arena. He's currently the champion of it, to be honest.
Yeah, well,
Who
can
is
I
that?
can I see him?
Well, of course you can if you get tickets to the events.
Well, I mean,
coming
in,
up.
like face to face.
Oh God, heavens, no.
Why not?
Well, actually, you could. Do you wish to see him
Yeah, of course.
face to face?
Yeah.
My master may be able to arrange such a thing.
Andros, watch your words carefully.
That's.
and
I am
listen
going to see my father.
And I think that's where we'll end tonight's session, as you two say, watch your words carefully. He says, meet face to face. And you say, I'm going to see my father. And yeah, that's where we'll cut tonight's session off. So firstly, can I just say a massive thank you to Paddy Max for joining us and, coming along, joining us for the adventure. you know, being the hero at the end of the day, saving someone that potentially didn't really want to get involved in the whole situation. And who knows what happened? Maybe Carvox dove through that portal and is somewhere in the world right now. Because I'll tell you now, with the rolls that you made, you have arrived at a false destination. Because depending on what you rolled, depended on what happened. And the first 3 were mishaps on the teleportation, which is why you all took damage. Sorry, first 2. And then the third one was being ejected out of it to a similar area. Not the area intended. But yes, that's where we're going to leave things off for tonight. We are going to jump back in next week. But before we do, let's go round the room, tell the good people where they can find us. Tim and Lan, because you guys know exactly what to say now. Why don't you two go?
How many weeks we've been doing this?
5, 6, and
We still haven't thought of anything.
Well, it's pretty plain easy. They can find us over on YouTube and on Twitch, as usual, every week. Every Wednesday, every Friday. It's Friday, yeah? It's Saturday, Sunday, what?
It's Friday night.
Awesome. And below Tim, we have Eagle. Take it away.
Hello, everybody. I'm Eagle. You can find me mostly on YouTube under the Eagle Outlaw with my 2 fellow friends, Patty and Onion, where we are doing Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire Hardcore Nuzlocke Soul Link, and this should be the finale this Sunday. So tune in this Sunday for the finale, the accumulation of everything, and make sure you guys follow the socials, of course, to catch next week where we'll see what happens to my boy.
And I would like to point out, because Eagle did not stress enough, it's the final. We're literally taking on the remaining Elite 4 and possibly champion if we make it there. Go and watch it. It's so good. But yeah, do that good stuff. Smitty, take it away.
Yes, my name is Smitty. You can find me here every Friday playing Maeve. And otherwise, you can also find me on Twitch. I still stream, surprisingly, out of this group. However, next week I won't be here until Friday because I am going to the Netherlands tomorrow. So I won't be here.
There we go. And to the other side of the screen. Oh, wait, what?
Ooh.
Fruit waffle.
Oh, god damn it. And to the other side of the screen, we have Paddy. Why don't you tell the good people where they can find us? And thank you once again for not only playing an amazing character, also being such a cool, guy that actually ended up helping so much towards the end and throughout, but just, role-playing your little heart out. I loved it. Take it away.
Yeah, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure being part of the group week in, week out. I have to say, as my first D&D character, my first steps into actual D&D, jumping on a level 9 character, that is a bard with a bunch of spells that I don't know or understand, was always a bit of a hit or miss opportunity, but hopefully it went well. I know I enjoyed it, so yeah, I mean, maybe one day in the future I'll dive into D&D again. We'll see how it goes. I definitely enjoyed it. So yes, thank you for having me. You can find me over on Twitch. I do now stream. I also do Pokemon on stream as well, as joining these 2 guys on YouTube for the Pokemon Nuzlocke, which was mentioned earlier. But yeah, thank you guys for having me so much. I really appreciate it. And also the chat along the whole time has been phenomenal. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you. You're breathtaking. Is that what they say to Keanu Reeves? Okay, and above Paddy, we have Zeb. Zeb, take it away.
Yeah, you blow us away. Anyway, I'm Agent Zeb. I also stream still, even though I took an unplanned hiatus for 2 weeks. But I'm gonna be back playing more strategies, more indie games, more variety content. As always, going medieval, Crusader Kings, all kinds of things. We'll see.
Awesome, awesome. And yeah, finally, these guys have already said it. If you want to see some stuff that I do, I don't stream on Twitch apart from here, but on YouTube, I've been doing the Pokemon series, and the final episode of the run where we take on the Elite Four and potentially the champion is there. So do go check it out, please. And, you know, share the love, follow us if you like, drop us some likes, all that good stuff. And while you're on YouTube, follow and like Natural Havoc as well while you're over there. Please do, because, you know, we have so many episodes over there. So do that as well. Awesome. And obviously follow all the good people on Twitch. Obviously, I didn't need to tell you that. But yeah, thank you very much. Well, to round things off before we go out to our raid, I am going to tell you a little secret. You all hit level 10, and I know that's a quick level up, but you did hit level 10.
I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need it.
So please do level up your characters between now and then, and we will have some new player cards with the level 10 stuff on there, which will be exciting for these guys as they finally hit the double-digit level. Let's go! It's pretty pog. But yeah, we will be back next week, and we are going to raid out to...
Suggested by Spinny Jane, Infinite Monkey Tales.
Infinite Monkey Tales. Well, we're going to go head on over there. We're going to go say hello to those guys. And yeah, please do follow us with the raid, share that love, and we will catch you next week for some more. So guys, take care. Much love. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.